live searches.
Hey guys, a very good evening and welcome to the third session for abstract reasoning for the exam MAHCET. So guys, in today's session we're going to look at abstract reasoning questions. Let me just take my stylus. It's here somewhere. Yeah, got it. So we have this topic called abstract reasoning, which comes in MAHCET, and the questions are quite easy. The only problem with these questions are if you are not well versed with it, if you are not well practiced, you might end up making a mistake very quickly, or you will take a lot of time to think, and therefore end up losing time, and you may or may not get it right, but you'll also waste a lot of time. So the whole idea of these series of abstract reasoning sessions is to help you understand what are the type of questions that can come to you. So today I have about 15 questions. Some of the questions are already discussed in the last one or two classes. So it's a revision. So let's see how many of you remember those, but many of the questions are new. So let's quickly go ahead and take a look at what are these questions and how do we go about it. Now I already discussed in the previous two classes, this is the third part. In the previous two classes we have discussed that there is no theory, there is no particular theory for this abstract reasoning. It's only the type of questions, the model of questions that are important. So let's go ahead straight away delve into this topic. So here's the first question based on folding and dice. So we have seen this type of question, so it's another question of the same type. Go ahead and see what the correct answer is. Give me the correct answer. Let us see how many of you can give the correct answer. All right. So for those of you who have given the answers, let's see the logic behind it. So guys, this is a strip which is going to be folded into a cube. Okay. So in this, you need to understand which faces are going to be opposite each other. Now, if you remember the theory that we discussed about cubes and dices in the previous session, you will know that this, okay, so this, something is wrong for this. Let me just, right. So you will see that this and this, so these two will be opposite each other. So A will be opposite E. The other part of the theory is also that B and D will be adjacent. These two will be adjacent. So let me change the color so that you can follow. B and D. For some reason this is not writing. Okay. So B and D will be adjacent to each other, and C and D will be opposites, and B and F will be opposites. So when you fold this, remember you have C, B, D and F. So when you're folding this, remember this C and this F will become adjacent, this B and D will become adjacent, whereas C and D will become opposites, B and F will become opposites. So this is basically how the structure will fold. So now let's take a look at the answer options. If you look at option B, I think something is happening. Just a moment, guys. Okay, my tech team has intervened to basically adjust my position. Anyway, that's done. So we will take a look at which of these are the correct answers. If you look at option B, you will see B and D are adjacent. But we saw B and D are adjacent. That's great. Now what about C and D? C and D are adjacent. But here we see that C and D are supposed to be opposites. So C and D are opposites, so B is not correct. If you look at the figure D, D for Delhi, you will see that A and E are adjacent, but we know that A and E are supposed to be opposites. So this is also not correct. If you look at figure C, you will again notice that B and F are adjacent, whereas B and F are supposed to be opposites. So this is also incorrect. Whereas if you look at figure A, if you look at figure A, you will notice that C is supposed to be so adjacent. If I use the different color, C is adjacent to F, B is adjacent to D, and then what else? You will have A, B, C. A, B, C. You can obviously see these three are adjacent to each other. D, E, F are adjacent to each other. So B, D. So B and D are adjacent. You can see that B and D are adjacent, and B and E are also, or rather D and E are also adjacent. Yes, D and E are also adjacent. You can see this. You can see that D and E are also adjacent. So clearly option A has to be correct. So that's your answer option. All right. Moving on. Second, it's finishing the pattern. It's a very simple question. You should be getting the answer in few seconds. Let's go ahead and see what the correct answer happens to be. All right. For those of you who have given the correct answer happens to be option D. Why? Because if you notice, if you want to finish this figure, let me draw the figure and finish it so that you follow. So you will have a line like this, a line like this, and then you will have this entire structure over here. So that is exactly what is given in your option D, and that is your answer. Very simple, nothing great. Let's move on to the third question. Here's the third question. It is a pattern recognition question. So which of these five options should come if the figure continues here? Right? If the figure continues, what should be the sixth option? Which of these five will become the sixth option? That's the question. So please go ahead, take a look at it, and let's see if you can get the correct answer. Okay, for those of you who have tried it and given the answers, let's notice what is happening. Firstly, there are three figures. You have a square, you have a triangle, and you have a circle. The first one is a square. Inside a square you have a triangle, and inside a triangle you have a circle. When you move, the innermost became the outermost. So the circle came out. Circle is outside. Then the middle stayed as middle, and the outermost came inside. Then if you move to the next one, this time it's the triangle which is outside. So it's a triangle which is outside, then the square which is inside, and the circle which is inside that. Then if you go to the fourth, you again have a circle, a square, and a triangle. And now if you come to this figure, it is a repetition of the first. So the series is getting repeated, which means the second figure should come here. So circle, triangle, and a square. Circle, triangle, and square is in option B, and therefore that is the correct answer. Very simple. Let's move on to the next one. So this is a very simple question. You should give the answer to me in few seconds. It's a very simple question. So let's see how many of you can give the answer in seconds. Actually, very good. I already got a couple of answers. So the correct answer here, very straightforward, is option B. So you can see that top and bottom, left and right, again top and bottom, then left and right, top and bottom. So basically your blacks are supposed to be top and bottom in your answer, which is option B. Okay, it's a very simple question. Question number 5, let's go ahead. I think we have done something similar to this. So give me the answer very quickly. Alright, so here if you notice the correct answer, basically what is happening here, a right arrow, left arrow, a right arrow, a left arrow. So the next one is supposed to be a right arrow. So this is wrong, this is wrong. Now between A and D, if you notice, it's a square with sharp edges and a rectangle with a rounded corner. So basically it's an alternation between square, that is sharp edges, and round. Again sharp and round, round and sharp. So the next one is supposed to be sharp and a figure with rounded corners. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be. Therefore the correct answer happens to be option A. That's your correct answer. Simple, nothing great about this, right? Next is again a very simple question. Give me the answer in few seconds. Let's see how many of you get the correct answer here. Very good. Got quite a few correct answers. So this is basically a hexagon, six-sided, and inside there is a star with six hexagon with six sides and a star with six arms. Then 5 and 5. This is 6 and 6, 5 and 5. So again you're supposed to have 6 and 6. So hexagon and a 6-armed star, which is option A. Therefore the answer is option A. Seventh is again a very simple pattern. Please quickly move on and give me the answer to this. Not at all difficult. All these are simple questions, guys. These are very simple questions. You should not make any errors in this. And thankfully, none of you have made any errors till now. Great. The correct answer happens to be option C. Why? Because this is at the left, then top, then right. So now the next thing, it's supposed to be at the right side here. It's supposed to be at the right side like this. So B is gone, A is gone, D is gone. Three of them are gone straight away. So now you have to decide whether it's C or E. You have to decide whether it is C or E. Now why will you say it is C? Because again if you look at the pattern, so your rectangle is always to the right side of your star and your diamond is to the left side of your star. So which means right side from the center, if you look at it from the center, if you're looking clockwise of the star is supposed to be a rectangle and behind the star is supposed to be a diamond shape, which is basically what is happening in your option C. That is your answer. Okay. Next, question number 8. It's combination and putting the figures together. So some figures are combined and put together. You have to identify which rectangle has all of these. So let's go ahead. Aditya, you will get the mocks. Don't worry. I mean, you will get the figures like this in mocks. Hold on. You need to write all the mocks. We cannot give all types of questions in a single mock, right? Please write to 3, 4, 5 mocks and then you'll start getting this type of questions. Great, guys. So I've already got an answer. You need to have a circle, a triangle, a rectangle, and a pizza slice, right? So where are they all present? So let's see. Do we have it here? No. Why? Because this is a right angle triangle. Do we have it here? No, because there are two triangles. We have only one triangle. Do we have it here? Here we have, I don't know, multiple triangles. We need to have only one triangle. So if you look at option A, you have a circle, you have a rectangle, you have a pizza slice, and you have a triangle also in this. So all of them are there in your option A. Hence, A is your correct answer. Okay. By the way, where is the triangle here? This is the triangle. This is a triangle. So everything is there. Next is again embedded figures. The type of the question is you have to identify which of the options has this figure embedded without any rotation. Remember guys, in embedded figures, rotation is not supposed to be considered. It is supposed to be as it is, in the same shape and orientation. Very important for you. Alright, so yes, once again the correct answer is option A. Too many option A's today. So you have this, this and this. Nowhere else is it present. That is what you have over here. Hence the correct answer is option A. Okay, this is folding and cutting. We have discussed what happens when you fold and cut, but there is a long time back. So another question coming your way. When you fold and unfold, fold, cut and unfold, how will it look? So this is the concept we have discussed. It's a concept of mirror images. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Ishika Jain is asking why not? Ishika, because that is the way in which the question is there. Embedded figure means the figure's orientation should be as it is. It should not be changed. So if there are two options where in one option the figure is oriented in the same direction, another option in which the figure is twisted or turned, you are not supposed to mark the turned answer. You are supposed to mark the option which is same. Clear? Alright. Next we are talking about folding of paper. So we know the logic here. The logic is when you fold a paper and unfolding, you will be getting a mirror image. So here is the mirror. Whichever direction it is folded, when you unfold, that fold becomes the mirror. So it will become like this. Next, this is the fold. So when you are unfolding to the left, then this and this will become the mirror images because this is the mirror now. So you clearly have option D, right? So these are all concepts that we have seen. It's just a revision of the concepts. Next is again a mirror image. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Mitali, I think there is a network issue for you and Riba because I'm able to see the answer options. So the mirror is placed here. This is the mirror. So if you place a mirror here, what will you get? So you will get an image which will be like this, arrow mark, and it's supposed to be this way, and it's supposed to be this. So let's see where are these present. So you have it in option A. Guys, just a moment. Okay, so you have it in option A. It might be correct. If you're looking at B, this also may be correct. B also has the same three, but remember, which comes first? Your arrow is supposed to be closer. Which is closer to the mirror? The arrow is closer to the mirror. So in your answer option also, the arrow should be closer to the mirror compared to the other two. The other two should be behind the arrow. So clearly A is ruled out by that logic. Okay, because if you notice, if I keep the mirror here, what is happening? Because you are talking about this being on the right side. So if A is on the right side, then the arrow is away. The arrow is away from the mirror. The arrow should be as close to the mirror as possible. Right? So A is not correct. Then again, if you look at the other two images, so D may be possible, B may be possible, C may be possible. So these three are possible. But now let's look for the triangle. The triangle will be looking like this. And it will be a line this way. So the line should be slanting towards the right. So C is gone and B is gone. Therefore, you will only be left with okay, so sorry, B is not gone. Yeah, C is gone. Let's take a look at between B and D what happens. And this will become this way. So both B and D are correct here. As of now they are correct. So let's start putting the things in place. So you'll have an arrow here. And in the same sector as the arrow, you're going to get this. And then in the next place, you're going to have this. So this is how it should be. So that is going to be in D, not B. So your correct answer happens to be D. So mirror images, you have to be a bit careful, otherwise you might end up getting confused and you can end up making a mistake. Next, this is again a water image. We have seen the concept of water and mirror image both extensively in the last two classes. Go ahead, apply the concept and give me the answer. Great. So now when you're looking at water image, it means this is the mirror. So if you're putting a mirror there, O will remain as O. So this is gone. This is incorrect. C is gone. Incorrect. B will be written as B, because when you're reflecting lower in the up to down, your B will remain as B. So B will not change. Now please don't mark option D as correct, because we need to check whether D is actually correct or not, because there is an option E also. We have to check for D. So J will be written like this, then E will be written like this, C will be written as C, T will be written like this, and S will be written like this. So you can clearly see that option D matches all the letters. Therefore, that is the correct answer. Okay. So please be very careful about mirror images and water image. Mirror image is a mirror put on the right side or on the left side. Water image is a mirror put on the bottom. When you put a mirror on the bottom, then the image will become inverted image. Whereas on the right or left, when I put a mirror, the image becomes opposite. So basically your left becomes right and your right becomes left. So that's the difference. Alright, so option D. Next is an odd one out. Again, a very simple question. Go ahead and give me the answer for this. Jeet, as I said, some questions are same, it's a revision. Quite a few questions are new. Yes, I agree that there are one or two questions which are same, but not all of them. So please give me the answer to this. The font matters. No, Apurva, the font doesn't really matter. The font doesn't matter here. It's the orientation of the letter that matters. That's a good question. So in fact, my team, when they prepared, they could not find the exact font in the reverse. So I think they had an issue that way. But usually when you get an exam question in the exam, the font will also match. But usually you don't have to worry about the font. Font doesn't matter. It's the orientation that matters. Okay. So what is the correct answer, guys? The correct answer is option D. Why is the correct answer D? Because you can see these have interchanged. These are opposites. These are opposites. These are opposites. Whereas here they are in the same level. And that is the reason why it is the odd one out. So the correct answer is figure D, option C. Many of you made an error. Many of you made an error here. Once again, I told you in the previous class also. Guys, you have to mark the correct option, not the figure number. Many of you gave the answer option as D. Correct? But D is not correct. Why? Because the figure D is correct. Answer option is C. And this trap was played for you in the last class also. Many of you fell into the trap. Very clearly you fell, and many of them said, oh sir, it's a learning for us. And you can see today, again, many of you did the same mistake. D is not your answer here. Option C is correct. And this is typically how they will trap you. They'll give a dead easy question, jumble up the options. In a hurry, you will mark, you will not even see what is happening in the options. You will see A, B, C, D, E, you will see C and you will mark C. Gone. So this is not supposed to happen, guys. I'm time and again, you are committing the same errors, and I'm bringing the same trap second time, third time, and you're falling into it. Please don't. Okay. Next is a different figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Ajay, if you can do something like 20 questions in a day of abstract reasoning, that's more than enough यार. 20 क्वेश्चन आप करोगे ना, बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा है. Enough for you. 20 questions is enough in a day. लेकिन if you do it continuously for 30 days, imagine 30 दिन हर दिन आप 20 क्वेश्चन कर रहे हो. That is 600 question for you. Crazy. That's more than enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the correct answer is. So here, what is the odd one out? So first we have to identify the odd one out. So first, to identify the odd one out, we have to first look at a pattern. So you have two circles. To the left of two circles, you have a single circle. Then to the left of a single circle, you have a plus, and to the left of a plus, you have, rather from the center, if you're looking from the center, to the right of two circles, you have a single circle. To the right of a single circle, you have a plus. To the right of plus, you have a star. So once again here you have two circles. To the right of two circles you have a circle. To the right of circle you have a star, and to the right of plus, you have to the right of plus you have a star. Once again, if you look at from the center, you have two circles. To the right of it you have single circle. To the right of it you have plus. To the right of it you have a star. So let's look at this option 4 also. Two circles. Now this is where the problem lies. Two circles supposed to have a single circle as adjacent. Two circles is supposed to have a single circle as adjacent. Therefore, 4 might be the correct answer. But let's continue with 5 also and verify. Two circles, right side is your single circle, right side is your plus, and right side is your star. So the pattern matches everywhere except for option 4. Sorry, figure 4. Now check where is figure 4. Figure 4 is in option C. Therefore, C is correct. Thankfully, this time you guys have opened your eyes and did not fall into the same trap. Good. Okay guys, so this is wrong, by the way. It is supposed to be option C. Okay, it's marked wrong, so ignore it. Well, the last question for the day, question number 15. Please go ahead and take a look at it. Aditya, yes, we can share this. In this session, you will be given a link. Okay, in this session, meaning in the chat, there is a link there in the description. Please click on the link and give your details and ask your query that you want a PDF. Especially in your details, we need your email ID, right? Otherwise, how will I give you? So if you share your email ID, then we will be able to mail it to you. So whatever you want, please, all of you who want this, go there. Click on that link, which will take you to a form where you can give your details to us, and we will forward this PPT to you or the PDF to you. Okay? Clear? Alright. Thanks a lot for the good words, Ajay. By the way, before we move on, guys, if you really like the session, please give me a like on the session. Subscribe to our channel if you are not already subscribed, and click on the bell icon, because we will be coming to you with a lot of sessions. I am taking sessions on innovation and entrepreneurship for CMAT exam. I am taking sessions on MH-CET abstract reasoning. A lot of my colleagues are taking sessions on logic, maths, your English, DI, all of these topics. So don't miss out. These are sessions that are happening at 7 o'clock every day. So for you to understand what are these sessions, when are they happening, please subscribe to the channel and give me a like on this video, guys. Right, let's move on and take a look at the answer. Now, what is the, which is different from the others? Once again, we're talking about odd one out. So what is the odd one out? So once again, let's take a look at it. You have a square or a rectangle. Then you have a pentagon, a triangle, a circle, and a star. And now what you have a circle in between. So this has come in between, and this has moved forward, this has moved to the right, the circle has gone in, the triangle has stayed there itself. Then what is happening? This has come in, then you have this ideally supposed to move to the right, then this is supposed to move here, and this is supposed to stay here. Okay, this, which means the third option should have been somewhat like this. The third option should have been like this. Star is here, then a pentagon is here, then a rectangle is here, then triangle will be here, and what else? The circle will be here. By the way, this came here, so the circle will be here. This should have been the third figure, but third figure is something else. But let's not stop there. Let us continue to see whether our understanding and the assumption is correct. So if you continue this, once again, this is supposed to be coming here, is it? Where is the circle? Yeah, so if this is coming here, this is supposed to come here, and this is supposed to come here. Something has gone wrong, so probably so which means, again, if you notice, my logic is not correct. So let's try to understand a different logic. So let's once again understand what is the correct logic, how things are changing. If you're going from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, let's see what is actually happening here. So the circle is coming into the center. Okay, this is stuck. Just give me a moment. Yes, so the circle is coming into the center. This is coming to the corner. This is going forward. This is coming here, and the triangle is not changing. Okay, if the triangle is not changing, then if the same logic is applied, so let us see if the same logic applied anywhere else. So let's look at 4 to 5. Let's go from 4 to 5. What is happening here? The circle is moving out. The circle is moving out, and this is coming over here. That's how you got this here, correct? Then you have, this is moving here, that is where this is. Your circle is coming over here. Sorry, your triangle is coming into the circle, and this is remaining as it is. Okay, so you have anything else which is happening? Let's move from 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. Very interesting. I think there are multiple differences here. Triangle changes their shape. Oh, okay. So it's a very, very simple answer, is it? Very good. Thanks for the heads up, guys. I didn't notice that at all, if you notice. Okay, so the difference here is all these triangles look to be equilateral triangles except the triangle here. This is a right angled triangle. Whereas all of these, wherever the triangle is, so we're not worried about what is the pattern there. Here the only thing that is coming to you is the triangle has to be an equilateral triangle, whereas one of the triangles is a right angle triangle, and that is the simple logic. I was trying to apply too much of logic, unnecessary. Some of you got it right. Thinking simple sometimes gives you the better answer. So therefore the correct answer happens to be option 3, yes, C. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the session. So guys, we have a free trial running for you. If you are interested in this, you can go download our app from the Apple Store or the Play Store of Android, and you can unlock the entire features of the app for 3 days, where you'll be getting a lot of such sessions recorded, not live, recorded sessions with a lot of questions and theory explained. So you can take a look at how the teaching is and what are the features in the app. So you can take a look at that. And yes, we have a MH-CET specialized course which has been launched already. If you are interested, you can, on the app there is a button which says I am interested. You can click on that and you'll get information on that. So we have 55 plus live classes. We have 50 plus recorded live classes. So what do you mean by recorded live classes? These are recorded classes. Okay. So it's not actually live. This live here means that like the class I'm taking right now, where you can ask me a question, I can answer. Whereas these are recorded classes. Why do we do this? Live class separately, recorded class separately? Because recorded classes, we focus particularly on concepts and making you understand the concepts. So where we take a concept with 2-3 examples and we explain the concept very, very slowly. In a live class, we will again explain the concepts, but usually what happens is the time allowed will be less in a class, and there will be a lot of doubts being asked in this class by students. So therefore we give recorded classes for you, so that if you are not able to ask your doubt, or if you still have a doubt, you can go back and look at the recorded session where there is no doubt, nothing has been asked. I teach you only the concept there, so you can rewind and watch it any number of times. Okay, then we have mocks and we have a ton of practice questions coming your way. All right, so if you're interested in this, please enroll into a program. It is already started, right? So we have a 7th February, that is tomorrow, 7 p.m. we have a strategy session It's not. It's a CAT 2024 strategy session. For those of you who are thinking ahead for CAT 2024, please go ahead and join the class tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's in YouTube, by the way. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the session. By the way, for those of you who are preparing for CAT 2024, we have a scholarship test which has been conducted on 11th February at 11 a.m. Again, if you want to register, download the app and register for this. Everything is there in our app. Our app is a one-stop solution for all your preparation. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, this is the form over here. You can click on the form which is there in the description there, or you can note down this and type it manually, and you'll get the form. And you guys can fill up whatever you want, ask your queries, and we'll revert, right? So there's a pinned comment here. Basically the pinned comment will have the link there. Well guys, thanks a lot for your time. I hope I have been able to explain things to you and you have enjoyed the class today. It's a short and sweet class. I'll come back to you with more questions in the next session. Thank you and have a wonderful night.